Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you some dupes. I have been inspired, I've been online, found beautiful decor pieces, and I will create them for a whole lot less. So stay tuned for this. For my first DIY, I saw this piece at an exhibition last weekend and found him on Facebook, and I thought it was so beautiful, so I will remake a version of it using that little stone there, a scrap piece of wood, and this metal rod, this rebar, a very thin one, so it's bendable. So first thing I do is to sketch up 2 hearts on this piece of wood. And then I will take them to my miter saw and cut them to size, cut as much as possible. Then I will cut the rest with my jigsaw. Hubby has already bent one of the rebars, so I can show you what I'm aiming for. Put that in the stone, and then on top I will have my heart like that. So this is how it looks cut out, but I need to round the edges now, and I've started with this one here, and I'm using my rasps to do so. A very rough one to start with, and then go further with the finer one, and I keep on going until I'm happy with the result. This was the tedious part, I tell you that. I could have kept on going for several more hours to get it so in perfect shape, but I didn't have the patience for that, I admit. This video is part of the High-End for Cheap collaboration hosted by Dyanne and Janny at Decor and Kiki at Kiki's DIY, and the participants are Freckled Mum DIY, Craftilini, Creative DIY with Mumdas, and myself, MarikaCreations. Down in my description you will have links to all the creators, as well as a playlist to this collaboration for more high-end dupe ideas. Now it's time for sanding, and I start out with just my sanding block. Try to get everything as nice and smooth as possible. Just working my way around the hearts. Looking pretty already, I think. I had some rougher parts to deal with as well, so I went in with my electric sander. Time to flex my muscles and bend that rebar into shape. So I'm using my knee, as you saw, and also this bigger metal rod, just to get the power to bend it. And once I am happy with the result, I take the other one and I intertwine them so they are connected. And once I'm happy, I just take the bolt cutter and cut off the excess like so. As you can see here, I have picked a bigger stone, and I see where I have to drill my holes, and I take my drill with a concrete drill bit and just drill pretty deep holes in that stone. Before I put everything together, I will take this stone outside and clean it properly so I can use it indoors. Now I mark out where I need to drill my holes in the hearts. I use the same size of drill bit as when I drilled a hole in the stone, but here I'm using a drill bit for wood. Hubby is welding the two rods together for that extra hold. It would have worked without, but why not? And then I spray painted my rebars in a matte black spray paint. And the last thing I'm doing before assembling everything is to put on a natural oak stain on my hearts. Et voila! Here it is, sitting in my living room, looking very whimsical. I love it. Tell me, what do you think? I like the mixed materials, the stone, the metal, the wood. And now for a final comparison. I don't have a price for the one I found on Facebook, but mine approximately $2 for that rebar. For my second dupe, I saw this beautiful crescent moon wreath with a star on Etsy, and they wanted €53 for it, approximately the same in US dollars. So I have this metal ring that I will use, and I tried to find a smaller ring to use, but I didn't have one, so I had to make do with just some metal wire, and I will form it around this round piece of metal that I had in the garage to get that shape that I want. And once I'm happy, I just cut it to size, slightly overlapping, so I can just put them together. And I will use some thinner metal wire to do so, just twist it around, and then I will attach it to the bigger circle with the same metal wire. Now it looks like this, and I will now cover the moon part with some chicken wire. So I cut it to size a little bit excess around my moon shape, like so. And then I will put my gloves on, turn it upside down, and just bend that chicken wire into place. And I cut out that circle in the middle, so I only cover the moon shape, and I will bend that into place as well. Perfect. And the last thing I will do before embellishing my moon wreath is to cover the moon shape with this burlap ribbon. Just twist it around and put a dot of hot glue every now and then until it's completely covered, like that. And then I put a piece of nautical rope on the back of my piece as a hanger, reinforce it with hot glue and a bit of extra burlap, like that. My inspiration piece had a twig star in the center, so I will do one as well. If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and join my YouTube family. I just took a twig from my garden, bent it into shape and reinforced the joints with some jute twine. Then I took another twig and weaved it around my star to get a fuller shape. And then it's time for the embellishment, and I have these roses that I will use, but they are a little too bright for me. So I take them out in my garage and spray paint them a little bit of gold, a little copper, a little black to bring out that fall feeling, because I will do full colors on my wreath. The original had a lot of pinks, but I will have those muted fall colors. And here I am putting on moss on my wreath, just placing it out to start with. And then I am hot gluing everything into place. Putting the star into place with the help of some jute twine. On the back like that, with some hot glue and an extra piece of burlap for reinforcement. And now I'm putting on my roses. No rhyme or reason really, just placing things out. And I also have some sunflowers that I have spray painted in the same kind of fashion, and these fall leaves to just tie everything together. And once I'm happy with the placement, it's time to glue everything into place. I also have some tiny Christmas ornaments that I will use, but these red ones I had to spray paint them in a gold color to match my wreath, and I just hot glue them into place, and I am done here. And here it is, sitting on my mirror in my living area, looking perfect. I love it. I am so in love with this piece. Everything about it, really. Tell me what you think. And I think you can use this wreath for both fall and winter. And now for the comparison. The one I found on Etsy for $53 and mine for maybe $7. For my third and final DIY, I found this piece online and I thought it would look good together with this piece. So I decided to make a combination of the two using this glass ball, this fish ball. Perfect. So I start out with covering the opening with just some masking tape. I will put glue spray on the surface. I don't want anything on the inside of the ball. I will spray it with this glue spray to make my spackle and my paint adhere more easily, to get rid of that glossy, slippery surface. I have put my ball upside down, and on the lower part of the ball I am spackling a rough surface that will look like the inspiration piece. To me it looked like a lava or something, some cracked stone. So that is my aim, to mimic that, and here I am just dabbing on the surface to create more texture. Then I will put my ball aside to dry for a bit. My piece has dried just a little bit, but I can still manipulate it, and I do that with this small pencil brush, creating grooves the cracks in my lava stone. Once completely dry, I spray paint the lower part, the spackle, with the matte black spray paint, like so. And it looks like this, beautiful already. And the upper part, the rim there, I have spray painted in a golden color. And now I'm taking a gold acrylic paint and fill in the cracks on the stone surface. Now it's time for the upper part. I have my inspiration piece on the computer, just looking a little bit to see what to do, and I'm painting on square-like shapes, not perfect at all, just irregular squares. The original piece has a lot of pink in it and a lot of blues that I don't have in my decor, so I will choose my colors. I have green, I have reds and orange, yellow and gold, etc. And I had to apply a minimum of 3 coats to get a good coverage, and I have done that here. And now I am working on each of the squares. I will put the same image on the same color, like this square here, on all the green squares, etc. I took some inspiration from the original piece and some just from my imagination. If you like this video and videos like this, hit that like button and the subscribe button. You will support my channel, help my channel to grow, so I can provide you with more inspirational content. Thank you so very much. Here I decided to put a golden border around some of the green squares, and it looks so good. So I decided to frame each and every square, and it tied the piece together beautifully, I think. And then I set the piece to dry overnight, just to be on the safe side. And here I am next morning, and I will put 2 coats of this varnish with the satin finish on the whole piece to really protect these colors and make them pop a little bit more, to have that slight glossy surface on it. And here it is, sitting in my living room. A beautiful pop of color, I think. I am so pleased with the result of this piece. really what I imagined. So tell me, what do you think of my creations today? Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. I really love to communicate with you, my friends. Makes my day. And now for a comparison. The beautiful ball online for $84 versus mine for approximately $5. And now, my friends, it's time to jump on over to my description box and hit that link to the playlist of this collaboration for more dupe ideas. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.